Hi, Dad. How are you today?
Hey, Jordana. Doing great. Spring is coming. It's beautiful outside. The squirrels are running around, getting ready for spring. And we saw a wonderful Hallmark last night.
We did. We are back, though, in February, or Loveyary.
Yes.
We had a little snafu yesterday with our recorder, or DVR, or not DVR, or, I guess it is, right?
Yes.
Whatever it is, the recorder that to tape the Royal Wees we were supposed to tape. So we'll be watching that later this week.
Right.
So we went back and we were able to watch the Wish Swap, which we missed. I don't remember where we were.
The snafu was really great because we were able to watch a wonderful Hallmark last night, written by Betsy Morris, one of Hallmark's finest writers, and it was the Wish Swap. Although the Wish Swap is sort of difficult on your mouth to come out, but it was a wonderful movie. Did you like it?
I did. I really liked how it started off with an author's words over there, or somebody talking about what magic is all about when you meet the right person at the right time, and a little bit of magic can happen. And then our characters were introduced to, and we find out that they happen to have the same birthday and happen to have the same reservation time at both their favorite restaurants.
Oh, I thought that was a wonderful introduction. Yeah. The writer took us to a restaurant, and we've walked into restaurants before with two different groups, and they seated the two different birthday groups together, which is one across from the other. And as it went on, people began to talk to other people at the next table, and suddenly the birthday boy and the birthday girl were smiling at each other.
And we saw even when they walked in before, they kind of eyed each other, and then when they sat down, they were back to back and kind of hit each other, putting their presents down and wished each other happy birthday. It was just such a fun, you felt the magic between these two characters.
It was. And the two actors that had the lead, Emily Tennant played Casey, and Jake Foy played Henry, are the same age.
Yeah.
And they hit it off beautifully. It was sort of like I was watching my own children meeting their spouses.
Well, I loved that they just complimented each other. They looked so great together. And just waiting, and standing next to each other, you're like, it's like they were such a good match for each other.
Do you think
nice looking.
Do you think that the writer had the opportunity to choose the actor and actress?
I don't know how casting works. If anybody knows, put it in our comments. But I'm not sure if the writer of the movie, of the book, or anything kind of can give what they're looking for in those characters. Because anybody who's an avid reader, like Mom's a very avid reader, and I am, and we kind of visualize what we think a character should look like by description.
Well, what made this such a wonderful Hallmark is that the two actors, the young lady and the young man, were so compatible.
Yeah.
They were adorable, and you could just sort of squeeze their cheeks. They were so lovable.
And they played polar opposites, which is what I liked. So, they played characters that, in this, so what happens is they have to make these wishes. Their wishes are completely opposite what either of them would wish for, and as it's called, the Wish Swap, it is hilarious that they got each other's wish, because if these things that were happening were not something that would have normally happened in that person's life, so they knew when they got these things happen, they're like, well, this would have definitely been that person's wish that I just sent.
Betsy Morris, the writer, who's had a long litany of wonderful stories, really put the story so that we, the viewer, could feel like we're in the story ourselves.
Yeah.
I was part of the story, and I'm sure you were.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think our actors did a great job. These are not new actors to the field or to Hallmark. Both of them have been on series. Yes. Emily has been on Cedar Cove, and Jake has been on Ride. So they've both been on series on Hallmark, and then Emily's been in many movies on Hallmark, and then they've been around. They
are wonderful actors and actresses, and this is a movie that Jordana and Mom and I loved. It was so full of love and romance. It just was so appealing, and it made for a wonderful, pleasant evening. What's for next week?
So next week we're going to do another one later this week, hopefully, because we did miss the Royal We, which I think is going to be really good too. It's about, there's an older sister who elopes the royal life. So the next daughter in line has to step up to the royal duties and get married. So that is one that we missed last night. And then the one that's supposed to be next week is with one of our favorite Hallmark stars, Andrew Walker.
Very wonderful actor.
He's in a lot of Hallmark movies. Super. And it's The Reluctant Royal, and he plays a mechanic who finds out that his long-lost father, which happens, I think, to many of us, is a duke. And so we just kind of find out that we have this father we've been yearning for happens to be royal. So there, I think we are stepping into Royal March, as we had talked about. But I did want to ask you, Dad.
Go ahead.
What was your favorite part of the wish swap?
The favorite part was when they shared the birthday cake.
Oh, and I love that cake. Yes. How divine did that cake look? Yes. It was huge.
And what was interesting is that one family brought a birthday cake that was huge, and the other family didn't bring a birthday cake. And so they shared the cake with the table next to them.
And that's how they made the wish swap, because they had to, and it was, so Casey, our Emily played Casey, and so she had got this big one from her colleagues. It was this gorgeous Tiffany blue fondant cake, big enough for the whole restaurant. And so she took this huge cake and put it in between the two of them, and then the friends like, you both have to make your wish and blow it out. And so and
you could see love just sort of come out of that cake.
They dimmed the lights.
They were each blowing on the candle, and of course these are two strangers.
Yeah.
And as they were blowing the kiss, the love, it was such a beautiful.
It was cute.
It brought tears to my eyes.
I loved when I saw Casey working on the farm. I thought that was fun, where she, the city girl was suddenly living in a farmhouse or working in a farmhouse and working in a chicken coop. And then all of a sudden she's talking to the hens, telling them the story of Chicken Little, while she's taking the eggs, trying to distract them and telling the story of Chicken Little. I thought that was adorable.
And they talked about rats on a farm.
In the chicken
coop, but it was an opossum.
Yeah, it was so relatable, I thought. And, and he had to learn to dance to be on a reality show, which he didn't feel comfortable with. It was just fun.
It was fun. Yeah. It was a wonderful story. It was adorable, very enjoyable. And it made for a wonderful evening of entertainment.
These are magical movies. Do we think they're ever going to come true? No, but the love story can come true. I don't think you're going to make a wish. I have a birthday coming up. I'm hoping to get this gorgeous, gorgeous big fondant cake and to make a wish and swap it with somebody else maybe.
In the meantime, who do you think is going to win the Academy Award?
Oh, I don't know. There's so many good movies.
Yes. I mean, Hollywood is better than ever.
Yeah.
And today... you can go and watch the movies on your own television in your living room.
Stream them.
Stream them. That may not be so good for the movie industry, but it's good for making popcorn at home.
I would love to be doing an Academy Awards for Hallmark, because we can share our opinions, because we definitely do watch all of the Hallmark movies.
Yes. So for all of our friends who are going to run and watch the red carpet, we wish you a wonderful Sunday.
Yeah.
We wish you that your favorite movie wins and your favorite actor and actress win. And next week, Jordan and I look forward to sharing with you another wonderful Hallmark. And you have anything to say to our wonderful guests?
No, everybody have a great week.
Yes, it will be wonderful. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Take care of yourself and take care of your loved ones.